This property deal was rejected by two separate investors before I even finished the pitch. And honestly, I don't blame them, because when I look back at how I initially presented it, I made almost every mistake we covered in the last video. But here's what happened next. I went back to the drawing board, applied the 5-mistake framework, completely restructured the deal presentation, and 3 weeks later, the same property, identical numbers, got a yes from a new investor. We completed in 6 weeks, and it's now generating a 28% annualized ROI. So in this video, I'm going to show you the actual deal. I'll walk you through what I got wrong, how I fixed it, and the exact before and after emails that turned rejection into conversion. If you're a sourcer who's ever had a deal rejected and thought maybe it just wasn't meant to be, pay attention, because it's never the deal. It's always the presentation. Let's dive in. Here's the property. A 3-bed mid-terrace in Stoke-on-Trent, purchased for £95,000. The strategy: light refurbishment. BER, buy, refurbish, refinance, rent. The target: refinance at £135,000, extract £40,000 equity, rent at £850 per month. On paper, solid deal. Purchase price: £95,000. Refurb budget: £15,000. Post-refurb: GDV, £135,000 based on comparables. Target rent, £850 per month. Rental yield, 10.7% gross. Projected ROI after refinance, 28% annualized. So why did two investors say no? Because I presented it badly. Here's what my original source impact looked like. And here's what I sent after fixing the 5 mistakes. Notice the difference? Let's break it down mistake by mistake. I sent the exact same deal pack to both investors. Investor A was a London-based professional looking for passive cash flow in the Midlands, low risk tolerance, wanted hands-off BTL properties. Investor B was an experienced property developer looking for BRRR projects with high equity release, happy with moderate risk. I pitched them the same BRRR strategy, same presentation, same emphasis on equity release and refinancing complexity. Result: Investor A: too complicated, I don't want to deal with refinancing. Investor B: Stoke-on-Trent, I only invest in the Southeast. I hadn't checked their buy box. I just assumed good deal equals everyone will want it. Wrong. How I fixed it. Before approaching Investor C, I created a proper investor blueprint. I asked, what's your target yield? What's your preferred location? Are you looking for cash flow or equity growth? Do you want a ready-to-rent BTL or a refurbishment project? What's your risk tolerance? Investor C's answers: target yield, 8% plus net location, Midlands or North, avoiding Southeast due to high prices. Strategy: for RR preferred, wants equity release property type. Light refurb projects, not heavy structural work. Risk tolerance: moderate, happy with refurb, but wants clear exit. This deal ticked 5 out of 5 boxes. So instead of sending a generic pitch, I tailored the presentation. Subject line: Stoke BR, 8.2% net yield plus £40,000 equity release. Opening line: based on your blueprint, I found a Midlands BRRR project that matches your criteria exactly. This wasn't a mass sent deal. It was precision targeted. What I did wrong: my original deal pack had 1 comparable sale, not 3. No rental demand validation. A rough refurb estimate. No contractor quotes. No stress testing on the yield. Basically, I'd found the property on Rightmove, done a quick calculation, and sent it out. When Investor A asked, how did you validate the £135,000 refinance valuation? I didn't have a good answer. How I fixed it: I went through the full 12-step checklist. 1. Comparable sales. Found 3 recent sales within 0.5 miles, all similar 3-bed mid-terraces, sold between £130,000 to £138,000 in the last 6 months. 2. Rental demand. Called 2 local letting agents. Both confirmed £850 per calendar month was achievable. Current void rate in the area, 4%. 3. Refurb costs. Got 3 contractor quotes. Average came in at £14,500. Added 10% contingency equals £16,000 budget. 4. Yield stress test. Base case. Current rates. 8.2% net yield interest plus 1%. 7.4% net yield. Void rate 10%. Versus 4%. 7.6% net yield. Worst case, both. 6.8% net yield. Now when investor C asked the same question, I had bulletproof answers backed by third-party data. What I did wrong. My original financial summary was literally 1 sentence. This deal generates a 10.7% gross yield and 28% ROI after refinance. That's it. No breakdown, no scenarios, no risk analysis. When investor B asked what happens if mortgage rates go up, I didn't have an answer ready. It looked amateurish, like I hadn't actually thought through the numbers properly. How I fixed it. I created a comprehensive financial breakdown with multiple scenarios. Base case, current market conditions. Purchase, £95,000. Refurb, £16,000. Costs, stamp, legal, survey, £4,200. Total investment, £115,200. Refinance at 75%. LTV of £135,000. GDV, £101,250. Capital left in, £13,950. Annual net cash flow, £3,900. ROI, 28% annualized stress test 1. Interest rates, plus 1%. Mortgage payment increases by £75 per month. Annual net cash flow, £3,000. ROI, 21.5% stress test 2. Void rate 10% versus 4%. Lost rental income, £510 per year. Annual net cash flow, £3,390. ROI, 24.3%. Worst case, both scenarios. Annual net cash flow, £2,490. OI, 17.8%. Notice what this does. Even in the worst case scenario, the deal still delivers double-digit returns. That's confidence. That's credibility. Mistake number 4. No credibility builder. My first email to investors A and B came from a generic Gmail address with no introduction, no track record, no case studies. They had no idea who I was or why they should trust me. How I fixed it. Before contacting investor C, I created a 1-page track record PDF that included my sourcing experience, 18 months, 12 deals sourced, £1.2 million total value, 2 case studies, previous BRRR projects with ROI outcomes, 1 testimonial from a happy investor, my validation process, the 12-step checklist. I attached this to my first email. It positioned me as a professional, not a hopeful amateur. Mistake number 5, no exit strategy. I only presented the BRRR route. I didn't address what happens if the refinance doesn't work. When investor B asked, what if I can't refinance? I had no answer. How I fixed it. I presented 2 clear exit routes. Primary exit, BRRR, refinance. This generates a 10.7% gross yield and 28% ROI after refinance. Interested? Cheers. Problems. Generic subject line. No personalization, no proof or validation, no credibility, no clear next step, improved. Email, the one that got a yes. Subject, Stoke BRRR, 8.2%. Net yield plus 40,000 pounds. Equity, matches your blueprint. High, Investor C, based on your investment blueprint. Midlands BRRR, 8+% net yield, light refurb. I found a project that ticks all your boxes. The property, 3-bed mid-terrace, Stoke-on-Trent, 95,000 pounds, purchase why it works. 8.2% net yield, validated by 2 local agents, 40,000 pounds, plus equity release post-refinance, 28%, ROI, 17.8% worst case scenario, dual exit, BRRR or sell at 135,000 pounds. GDV, I've completed full due diligence, 3 comparable sales, contractor quotes, stress-tested financials, and exit validation. Attached, full deal pack, plus my track record. Available for a call this week if you'd like to discuss. Best result. Investor C replied within 2 hours. This looks excellent. Let's move forward. So what happened? Timeline. Week 1, completed purchase. Week 2 to 5, refurbishment, new kitchen, bathroom decoration. Week 6, tenanted at 850 pounds per calendar month. Week 8, refinanced at 135,000 pounds valuation, 75% LTV equals 101,250 pounds. Final numbers. Total investment, 115,200 pounds. Refinance release, 101,250 pounds. Capital left in deal, 13,950 pounds. Annual net cash flow, 3,900 pounds. Annualized ROI, 28%. Same property, same numbers. Different presentation, different result. So here's my challenge to you. Go back through your rejected deals. How many of them failed because of poor presentation rather than poor properties? Because I guarantee at least one of those deals could be resurrected with the 5-mistake framework. To help you implement this immediately, I've created 3 free resources. Free property deal. Calculator auto-generates stress-tested financials like the ones that got this deal approved. 12-step due diligence checklist. The exact checklist I used to validate this deal. Investor blueprint template. So you never waste time pitching the wrong deal to the wrong investor. All free. All linked in the description. And if you found this case study valuable, 1, subscribe for more real deal breakdowns. 2, comment below. Which mistake resonated most with you? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.